Hey guys, so today I wanted to hop on and make a little video for you all. It's going to be my first haul video in quite a long time because I bought a new handbag. You guys know how much I love handbags. I haven't bought one in quite a long time. And this weekend I found a vintage handbag that I've been looking for a really long time. Those of you who kind of have followed some of my previous videos about my vintage handbag collection, my vintage Chanel bags, might know that back in February I got 3 of them stolen. I basically got a suitcase stolen. It had 3 of my vintage Chanel handbags in there. As you can imagine, at the time, I've spoken about this before, so some of you will know I was gutted, but luckily they were insured through our house insurance, so we managed to claim on that, and I managed to replace 2 out of 3 of them pretty quickly, but the third one was actually very hard to pin down because of the colour. And I actually found this online, but I found it through Vestiaire, but it was a professional reseller, I guess you'd call it. It was basically a antique shop that was based in London, so I actually went and saw the bag in person and negotiated a little bit in person as well and managed to get the price down. So without further ado, I thought I would unbox it for you all because I'm so excited to open this. I've had it for 2 days and not opened it, so I'm literally itching to open it, and very excited for this bag because it is gorgeous. So it was from a shop called This Old Thing, which is actually part of an antique shop on Portobello Road in Notting Hill. I've been in there a few times before. They actually have quite a good selection of bags, but their prices are pretty high, so if you do ever go in there, make sure you barter with them because yeah, you can get some money off. So they packaged it up really nicely for me. I'm just gonna open it up. This is not like official packaging, but she packaged it up in tissue, so it is all protected. And then the bag itself came with the dust bag, which, as you can see, is coming off a little bit. The bag itself is from the late 80s, early 90s, and this is it. So it is a beige square flat bag. Now it's actually slightly different to my previous one. It's not the mini size, it's slightly bigger. In the 90s they made this size. I think they only made it quite briefly, and it's quite different to the mini one in terms of size. I'm gonna get my other one to show you in the close-up, my black one, to show you the comparison in size, but there are a few important differences. The first one being it's slightly bigger, the second one being that it doesn't have the pocket on the back, and the third one being that the CC is slightly smaller. So there are a few of these bags around. Mostly I've only ever seen black ones in this size. They're slightly more practical, obviously, because they are a little bit bigger. You can fit a little bit more in them, but they are slightly more rare. And this bag I just absolutely fell in love with because it's in absolutely mint condition. I don't know if you can see, but the leather is completely unmarked. The corners are immaculate. I think it's been very, very carefully used, but I would say like barely used. So I was very, very excited to find this because trying to find a vintage Chanel bag in beige that isn't stained or has been painted, my old one had been painted, is really difficult because they do mark very easily. Yes, I'm quite nervous about marking this bag, but super excited. The one thing I would say about the square flat bags and the square mini bags is that the chain is so much a better length. It's like the best chain length, in my opinion, that they make in Chanel bags, because a lot of the Chanel bags, their chains are either too short to wear crossbody or a little bit too long over the shoulder. I feel like these guys have the perfect chain drop. Like, I have many colors in this bag already, as you guys all know if you've seen my like bag collection on my Instagram. Like, they are my favorite shape bags, so it's interesting for me and exciting for me to have like the slightly larger one, because I think it's a little bit more practical for day to day, although the color is obviously not that practical. On the inside, it actually is also slightly different to the minis because it has the traditional setup of these pockets here, which is like the the like double pocket and the lipstick holder, and then it has the inside pocket with the medallion, which is, again, this is something that they used to put on the vintage bags, as well as the like little S-ring attachments on the sides. So they didn't, I'm not entirely sure when they stopped doing this. I believe it was around late 90s or early 2000s. They started just attaching the chain straight to the bag instead of with these little attachments. But in my opinion, I just much prefer the quality and the construction of the vintage bags. It came with the security card as well. The security card or the authenticity card is in there as well. And the number, I don't know if you guys can see under here, on the inside you can see the little serial number in there as well. So it's actually from the early 90s, I believe, not late 80s. I thought it was 89 when I first looked at it, but the serial number means it was from like 92, I think. I need to check it exactly the dates, but early 90s. And yeah, that is the bag. Very excited that I finally found this, and I love this color, especially in the summer. The beige bags, I think, are just so versatile, go with everything. Really easy to wear, and I'm super excited to add this to my collection, add it back into my collection. It's slightly different to my old one, like I said, but I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, and very excited. Welcome, little friend. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll show you, like I said, I'll drop some close-ups in showing you the difference between the two sizes, and let me know what you think. Like, do you prefer the slightly bigger one? Do you prefer the slightly smaller one? I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I actually like really like this size, but I do also like the CC being slightly bigger. So I kind of love them both for different reasons. But yeah, very excited for this, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.